Have you noticed that getting up from your favorite chair isn't as easy as it used to be? Or maybe you've caught yourself avoiding stairs lately, or even noticed your arms and legs looking thinner despite eating what you thought was a healthy diet? If you're nodding right now, I want you to pay close attention to what I'm about to share. What if I told you that one specific food, something probably sitting in your grocery store right now, could help stop the muscle loss that's robbing you of your strength and independence? A food that 99% of seniors don't know they should be eating every single day? I know that might sound too simple to be true. After all, if preserving our muscle mass was as easy as eating one specific food, wouldn't every doctor be prescribing it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore today. What I'm about to share with you isn't just my opinion. It's backed by scientific research that shows how this one food can significantly slow, and even reverse, age-related muscle loss. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to add to your shopping list this week to help maintain your strength, mobility, and independence for years to come. Before we dive in, if you're committed to maintaining your independence and strength as you age, type "strength" in the comments below. And make sure you're subscribed to Wise Elderly Tips for more science-backed advice that can help you live your best life in your golden years. Let me introduce you to Martha. At 73, Martha had always been proud of her beautiful garden. For decades, she'd spend hours tending to her flowers, vegetables, and herbs without any trouble. She walked daily and ate what she considered a balanced diet, plenty of fruits, vegetables, and moderate portions of meat. But recently, something troubling happened. After kneeling to plant some new tulip bulbs, Martha couldn't get back up. Her legs simply wouldn't lift her body weight anymore. She ended up having to call her neighbor on her cell phone to help her stand. Martha was experiencing something called sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength that affects nearly all of us as we age. And it starts much earlier than most people realize. Did you know that we begin losing muscle mass as early as our 30s? Research shows we lose about 3 to 5% of our muscle mass each decade after 30, and this process dramatically accelerates after 60. By age 70, many adults experience significant mobility issues that directly impact their ability to perform daily activities. Simple things like getting out of a chair, carrying groceries, or climbing stairs become increasingly difficult. And it's not just about mobility. Muscle loss is directly linked to falls, fractures, and loss of independence. Now, here's where many seniors make a critical mistake. They believe muscle loss is simply inevitable, just another unpleasant part of aging that we have to accept. Others think only vigorous exercise can help preserve muscle, so when movement becomes difficult or painful, they give up entirely. But here's the exciting truth that changed Martha's life and could change yours too. Sarcopenia can be slowed, stopped, and even reversed with the right nutrition and activity choices, regardless of your current age or fitness level. And the nutritional key to this transformation might surprise you. Let me tell you about John, who at 68 was eating essentially the same diet he'd been eating his entire adult life. He'd always been careful about his health, maintained a reasonable weight, and included what he thought was sufficient protein in his meals. But at his last checkup, his doctor was concerned about his decreasing strength and muscle tone. Blood tests showed everything was normal, so what was going on? What John didn't realize, and what many healthcare providers fail to explain, is that our protein needs actually increase as we age, not decrease. This is counterintuitive for many of us. We often think that as we become less active, we need less protein. But the opposite is true. Groundbreaking research published in the journals of gerontology shows that seniors need significantly more protein than younger adults, about 1 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight daily. For someone weighing 150 pounds, that's between 68 and 109 grams of protein daily, much higher than the general adult recommendation. Why this increase? Because as we age, our bodies become less efficient at synthesizing muscle protein from the food we eat. Scientists call this phenomenon anabolic resistance. Essentially, the signal that tells your muscles to grow and repair becomes weaker as you age, so you need more protein to achieve the same muscle-preserving effect. Unfortunately, many seniors actually reduce their protein intake as they age. This happens for various reasons: decreased appetite, difficulties with chewing certain protein-rich foods, or outdated concerns about protein being harmful to kidneys. Let me be clear, In healthy individuals without pre-existing kidney disease, higher protein intake is not harmful and is actually beneficial for maintaining muscle mass. Studies confirm that seniors should aim for about 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein per meal to maximize muscle maintenance. This is significantly more than the often cited RDA, recommended dietary allowance, which wasn't designed with muscle preservation in mind. But here's where the story gets even more interesting, and where we get closer to the one food that can transform your muscle health. Not all proteins are created equal when it comes to fighting muscle loss. There's one critical component that makes all the difference. When researchers studied why some protein-rich foods were better at preserving muscle than others, they discovered something fascinating. A single amino acid called leucine was the key that literally unlocked the body's muscle-building potential. Leucine is what scientists call an essential amino acid. Your body can't make it on its own, so you must get it from food. What makes leucine special is that it specifically triggers muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your body builds and repairs muscle tissue. Think of leucine as the ignition key that starts your muscle-building engine. As we age, our bodies require more leucine to activate this process. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has shown that a leucine intake of about 2.5 to 3 grams administered with each main meal can effectively stimulate muscle protein synthesis in older individuals, helping to overcome that anabolic resistance I mentioned earlier. This is where many seniors miss a crucial opportunity. They focus only on total protein grams without considering the leucine content of their foods. Others rely on protein bars or supplements that may be high in protein but don't necessarily provide the optimal amount or type of leucine needed to preserve muscle mass. Scientific studies show that increasing the proportion of leucine in your protein intake can reverse the blunted muscle-building response that happens with age. This is exactly why the specific food I'm about to reveal is so powerful for seniors. So what is this miracle food that's rich in muscle-preserving leucine and could be the key to maintaining your strength and independence? The answer might surprise you with its simplicity. It's Greek yogurt. Yes, Greek yogurt, that creamy, tangy food that's been a staple in Mediterranean diets for centuries, is perhaps the perfect food for preserving muscle mass as we age. Let me explain why. Greek yogurt contains about 15 to 20 grams of high-quality protein per serving, nearly twice the protein of regular yogurt. But what makes it truly special is its exceptional leucine content and overall amino acid profile that's perfectly suited to combat age-related muscle loss. Just 1 cup of Greek yogurt contains nearly the optimal amount of leucine needed to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. And unlike some protein supplements that can be expensive or come with unwanted additives, Greek yogurt is a natural, whole food that's readily available and affordable. Take Robert, for example. At 76, Robert had noticed his strength declining despite staying active with gardening and walking. His daughter, who'd read about the importance of protein for seniors, suggested he start eating Greek yogurt daily. He was skeptical but decided to give it a try. He began eating a cup of Greek yogurt with breakfast every morning and another as an afternoon snack. After just 3 months, his physical therapist was amazed at his progress. After a long period of gradually losing strength, he began regaining muscle tone and functional ability, something that surprised even his doctor, who asked what he'd been doing differently. Many seniors avoid dairy products thinking they're just for children or that they're too high in fat. Others assume they need expensive protein powders or supplements rather than this accessible, natural food source. But the research is clear. The complete protein profile found in dairy products, particularly Greek yogurt, is exceptionally effective for muscle preservation in older adults. If you're concerned about the fat content, opt for low-fat Greek yogurt, which still provides all the muscle-preserving benefits without extra calories. And if you're worried about lactose intolerance, good news, the straining process that creates Greek yogurt removes much of the lactose, making it easier to digest even for those with mild lactose sensitivity. Another excellent dairy option is cottage cheese, which provides about 25 grams of protein per cup with an excellent leucine profile. A study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that cottage cheese before bed actually helped preserve muscle mass overnight, a time when muscle breakdown typically occurs. Now, I understand that not everyone can consume dairy products. Perhaps you're completely lactose intolerant or follow a plant-based diet. Don't worry, there are other excellent sources of leucine that can help protect your muscles. Margaret, who we worked with last year, was in this exact situation. Severely lactose intolerant, she worried she couldn't benefit from high-leucine foods. Her nutritionist showed her several alternatives that worked just as effectively for preserving her muscle mass. While dairy is exceptional, other excellent sources of leucine include eggs, particularly egg whites, which are among the highest quality proteins available. Just 2 whole eggs provide about 12 grams of complete protein with an excellent leucine profile. Lean meats like chicken breast and turkey provide clean protein with substantial leucine content, about 20 to 30 grams of protein per 3-ounce serving. Fish, especially salmon and tuna, not only offers high-quality protein but also provides omega-3 fatty acids that help reduce the inflammation that can contribute to muscle loss. For plant-based options, soybeans and soy products like tofu and tempeh stand out for their complete protein profiles. Beans combined with rice create a complete protein source. And quinoa is unique among grains for containing all essential amino acids, making it a small but mighty grain with impressive muscle-supporting properties. Many seniors believe they need to choose between animal or plant proteins, but research actually shows that a mix of protein sources throughout the day provides the most complete amino acid profile. So don't feel limited to just one source, variety is beneficial. Try to include at least one high-leucine food with each meal. For example, Greek yogurt at breakfast, eggs at lunch, and salmon or chicken at dinner provides optimal leucine distribution throughout the day. Speaking of meal timing, this is another crucial factor that many seniors overlook. When you eat, your protein is almost as important as what type of protein you eat. Let me explain why. Helen was consuming plenty of protein, but almost all of it was at dinner. A large piece of meat or fish was the centerpiece of her evening meal, while breakfast was usually just toast or cereal with very little protein. Despite her adequate total intake, she was still experiencing muscle loss. Her nutritionist suggested a simple timing change that made all the difference. Research shows that protein should be evenly distributed across meals rather than concentrated in one meal. Your body can only use about 25 to 30 grams of protein for muscle synthesis at one time. Any additional protein in a single meal doesn't provide added muscle benefits and is simply converted to energy or, potentially, stored as fat. Many seniors eat very little protein at breakfast, maybe just toast or cereal, a moderate amount at lunch, and too much at dinner, a pattern that doesn't optimize muscle preservation. Instead, aim to consume your high-leucine foods evenly throughout the day. For instance, Greek yogurt with breakfast, an egg salad sandwich for lunch, and salmon for dinner ensures your muscles receive a steady supply of leucine to combat muscle loss throughout the day. This pattern of protein distribution has been shown in multiple studies to better maintain muscle mass than consuming the same total amount of protein concentrated in fewer meals. If you find it difficult to eat larger meals, don't worry. Smaller, protein-rich snacks can be just as effective. Try Greek yogurt with berries, a hard-boiled egg, or a small chicken wrap as between-meal snacks to help maintain a steady supply of amino acids to your muscles. While optimizing your nutrition is crucial, there's one more element that creates a powerful synergy with high-leucine foods, and that's physical activity, specifically, resistance or strength training. At 82, Virginia had accepted that needing help getting in and out of her bathtub was just part of getting older. But after learning about the importance of both protein and resistance exercise, she decided to make some changes. She added Greek yogurt to her daily diet and began doing simple strength exercises twice weekly with her daughter's help. Nothing extreme, just gentle exercises with resistance bands and some movements using her body weight as resistance. Within 3 months, Virginia no longer needed assistance getting out of the bathtub, a simple victory that meant the world to her independence. By 6 months, she was carrying her own groceries again, something she hadn't been able to do for nearly 2 years. The combination of resistance-based exercise with higher protein intake is currently recognized as the most effective intervention to promote skeletal muscle growth in seniors. Exercise makes your muscles more sensitive to the benefits of protein, particularly leucine, by activating the cellular machinery responsible for building new muscle tissue. Many seniors believe they're too old for strength training or that it requires heavy weights and gym equipment. In reality, even simple home exercises can make a significant difference. Research shows that engaging in strength exercises just twice a week, along with consuming leucine-rich foods, can significantly reduce the risk of sarcopenia and improve muscle mass and function. Try simple exercises like chair squats, standing up and sitting down from a chair without using your hands, wall push-ups, pushing yourself away from a wall while standing, or gentle resistance band work. Always start gently and progress slowly. If you have any health concerns or conditions, check with your healthcare provider before starting a new exercise program. The key is consistency rather than intensity. Even light resistance training activates the muscle-building process, and when combined with proper leucine intake, creates a powerful environment for maintaining and even rebuilding muscle tissue. Now, I want you to take a moment and really imagine what maintaining your muscle strength could mean for your life. Picture navigating stairs without fear of falling. Imagine picking up your grandchild for a hug without struggle. Envision traveling and exploring new places without worrying about your physical limitations. This is what maintaining your muscle mass means, not just longer life, but better quality of life. It's about preserving your ability to do the things that bring you joy, to remain in your own home, to care for yourself, and to engage fully with the people and activities you love. Rather than viewing muscle loss as an inevitable part of aging that slowly steals your independence, you now have a powerful, science-backed strategy to maintain your strength. This isn't about vanity or looking younger, it's about living better for longer. I want you to start tomorrow morning with a simple cup of Greek yogurt topped with berries and a sprinkle of nuts or granola for flavor. This one small change delivers the leucine your muscles need to begin the preservation process. Then gradually incorporate other high-leucine foods throughout your day. Remember, it's never too late to start protecting your muscles. Studies show that even people in their 90s can gain strength with the right nutrition and activity. Your future self will thank you for the simple changes you make today. To recap what we've learned, age-related muscle loss isn't inevitable. By consuming leucine-rich foods like Greek yogurt, eggs, and lean meats, distributing your protein intake evenly throughout the day, and combining nutrition with simple strength exercises, you can preserve your muscle mass and independence. The most important points to remember are: aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein at each meal. Focus on high leucine foods, with Greek yogurt being perhaps the most perfect food for seniors. Distribute your protein intake evenly throughout the day. Combine proper nutrition with gentle resistance exercise twice weekly. Start now, regardless of your age, it's never too late to benefit. Which high leucine food do you plan to add to your diet first? Greek yogurt, eggs, or another option? Comment below, and let's share ideas for delicious ways to incorporate these muscle-preserving foods into our meals. If you found this information valuable, please hit the like button so more seniors can discover this important message. And subscribe to Wise Elderly Tips for more evidence-based strategies to help you thrive in your golden years. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming video. Thank you for taking this important step toward protecting your independence and quality of life. At Wise Elderly Tips, we believe aging isn't about decline, it's about making informed choices to live your best life. Stay strong, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.